I want to introduce you to someone, not someone you will meet across a table, not someone you can shake hands with or see standing in a room, someone far closer than that. Someone who has been with you every moment of your life, listening, recording, observing, receiving every thought you have ever repeated to yourself, every fear, every desire, every doubt, every belief, every emotional reaction, every quiet internal sentence you whispered when nobody else could hear you. And this force, this invisible servant, has been acting on every one of those instructions faithfully, without judgment, without questioning whether the instruction helped you or harmed you, without asking whether it reflected the man you intended to become or the man you unconsciously drifted into becoming. It simply received and acted. This servant is your subconscious mind, and whether you realize it or not, it is one of the most powerful forces operating in your life every single day, more powerful than occasional motivation, more powerful than temporary discipline, more powerful than bursts of inspiration. Because the subconscious mind operates continuously, 24 hours a day, while you work, while you rest, while you sleep. While your conscious mind becomes distracted, the subconscious never stops working, never stops executing the instructions it has received. And tonight I want to show you something extraordinary. I want to show you how to stop programming your subconscious accidentally and begin programming it deliberately. Because the quality of your subconscious programming determines the quality of your life more than most people ever understand. Now let us begin by understanding what the subconscious mind actually is. The subconscious mind is the connecting link between the conscious mind and infinite intelligence. It is the storehouse of your beliefs, your habits, your emotional patterns, your self-image, your automatic reactions, your conditioned identity, and it is the mechanism through which repeated thoughts become reality. Now listen carefully. The subconscious mind does not evaluate instructions morally. It does not decide whether an idea is beneficial before accepting it. It accepts what is repeated with enough emotional intensity. That is one of the most important truths you will ever understand. The subconscious mind responds primarily to repetition and emotion. Repeated thoughts become beliefs. Emotionally charged thoughts become commands. This means every thought consistently repeated is shaping your identity, whether you intend it to or not. The man who constantly says, "I am unlucky," eventually conditions himself toward failure. The man who repeatedly says, "I never finish anything," eventually trains quitting into his identity. The man who constantly fears poverty conditions himself toward financial struggle, not magically, psychologically, mechanically. The subconscious accepts repeated emotional instruction as reality. Now understand this carefully. Most people are programming their subconscious mind unconsciously through fear, negativity, doubt, repeated self-criticism, negative environments, constant worry, and then they wonder why their behavior keeps producing the same disappointing results. Because the subconscious mind faithfully executes whatever program dominates. Now let me explain how instructions enter the subconscious mind. There are two primary gateways: repetition and emotion. Repetition alone eventually conditions belief. A thought repeated often enough becomes familiar, and the subconscious tends to accept familiarity as truth. This is why repeated negative self-talk becomes dangerous, even when the conscious mind knows the thought is irrational. Now emotion accelerates the process dramatically. A single emotionally intense experience can install a subconscious belief instantly. Humiliation, fear, rejection, failure. These emotionally charged experiences often create subconscious instructions that remain active for decades. This is why some men carry limitations formed in childhood all the way into adulthood. Not because the limitations are objectively true, because they became emotionally installed. Now listen carefully. The exact same mechanism can be used deliberately for growth. This is the principle behind autosuggestion. Autosuggestion is the deliberate process of feeding the subconscious mind positive, emotionally charged instructions repeatedly until they become accepted as reality, not empty repetition, not mechanical affirmations spoken without belief, emotionally charged instruction. That distinction matters enormously. The subconscious does not respond strongly to words alone. It responds to emotional conviction. You can repeat, "I am successful," 10,000 times with no emotional engagement and produce little change. But when a man vividly imagines his desired future while emotionally feeling the certainty of that future, the subconscious begins responding immediately. Because emotion communicates seriousness. Now let me tell you about the 7 positive emotions. These are the emotional states most capable of influencing the subconscious mind constructively. The first is desire. Burning desire. Specific desire. The emotionally charged want that becomes the starting point of achievement. The second is faith. The expectation that the outcome is possible. The belief that effort will produce results. Faith tells the subconscious the goal is real. The third is love. Love deepens emotional commitment enormously. A man building for someone he deeply loves often accesses levels of persistence impossible through ambition alone. The fourth is sex transmutation, the redirection of powerful emotional energy into creative and productive channels. The fifth is enthusiasm, vitality, forward-moving emotional energy. The sixth is romance, the poetic emotional quality that keeps imagination alive. And the seventh is hope, the expectation of positive possibility even during difficulty. Now let me speak about the negative emotions, because negative emotions also program the subconscious mind continuously. Fear, jealousy, hatred, revenge, greed, superstition, anger. These emotional states poison subconscious programming when allowed to dominate consistently. Fear especially. Fear delivers destructive instructions directly into the subconscious. The man who constantly fears failure conditions himself toward hesitation, toward doubt, toward avoidance, toward self-sabotage. Again, not magically, mechanically. The subconscious executes dominant emotional instructions. This is why emotional discipline matters. Not because negative emotions never arise. They will. But because allowing them to dominate the mind repeatedly creates subconscious conditioning. Now let us speak deeply about autosuggestion. Because autosuggestion is one of the most practical and transformative tools available to a human being. Autosuggestion is the deliberate communication of specific emotional instructions to the subconscious mind, and it must be practiced consistently. Every morning, every evening, not occasionally. Consistency is what conditions the subconscious. Now here is the process. First, define your purpose specifically. The subconscious responds best to clear instruction. Vague goals create vague results. Write your definite purpose clearly. What exactly are you building? What exactly do you want? Second, visualize it vividly. See it, feel it. Imagine the reality emotionally, not intellectually, emotionally. The subconscious responds to emotional imagery. Third, repeat the instruction daily with feeling, not mechanically. Feel the reality while repeating it. Feel gratitude, certainty, excitement, conviction. These emotions give the instruction power. Now listen carefully. At first, the subconscious may resist new instructions, especially if old conditioning contradicts them. This is why persistence matters. Most men quit subconscious reprogramming too early. Old beliefs accumulated over years do not disappear instantly, but repetition with emotion eventually overrides previous conditioning. Now let me tell you something extraordinary. The subconscious mind works continuously on dominant thoughts, even when you are not consciously focused on them. This is why solutions often appear unexpectedly, why creative insights arrive suddenly, why ideas emerge in moments of relaxation. The subconscious continues processing while the conscious mind rests. This is one reason successful men protect their mental environments carefully. Because whatever enters the subconscious repeatedly eventually influences behavior. Now let us speak about the mastermind. Because the subconscious mind operates powerfully inside mastermind alliances. When two or more minds unite harmoniously around a definite purpose, subconscious intelligence becomes amplified. Ideas emerge collectively that no individual mind alone could have produced. This is the third mind I spoke about previously, the emergent intelligence created through aligned subconscious activity. This is why powerful conversations often produce unexpected breakthroughs. The subconscious minds of aligned individuals begin cooperating creatively. Now let us speak about persistence. Persistence itself becomes subconscious conditioning through repetition. Every time a man continues despite difficulty, he strengthens the subconscious identity of someone who persists. Eventually, persistence stops feeling difficult because it becomes automatic. This is one of the greatest transformations available to a human being. The moment discipline becomes identity instead of effort. Now I want to speak about self-image, because the subconscious mind ultimately organizes behavior around identity, not wishes, identity. If the subconscious believes you are the kind of man who always quits, your behavior will unconsciously support quitting. If the subconscious believes you are the kind of man who builds wealth, persists through difficulty, and keeps commitments, behavior reorganizes accordingly. This is why changing self-image changes life direction. Now listen carefully. Many of your current limitations are subconscious instructions installed years ago, often unconsciously, often emotionally, often during moments when you were too young or insouciant to evaluate them intelligently, and yet they still operate. The voice that says you are not capable enough, not worthy enough, not disciplined enough, not intelligent enough. That voice is often old conditioning pretending to be truth. Question it, examine it, challenge it, because most limiting beliefs were installed accidentally. Now let me tell you the greatest danger. Most men allow external environments to program their subconscious continuously. Negative media, fearful people, cynicism, complaint, comparison, anxiety. All of it becomes subconscious instruction through repetition. Guard your mental environment fiercely. Protect your mind like valuable property, because it is. Now let me tell you how transformation actually occurs. First, awareness. Recognize existing conditioning honestly. Second, replacement. Install new instructions deliberately. Third, repetition, daily reinforcement. Fourth, emotional reinforcement. Feel the new identity emotionally. Fifth, action. Behavior strengthens subconscious programming. Every action consistent with the new identity reinforces it. Now let me speak directly to the man listening tonight. Your subconscious mind is already working, already obeying, already executing instructions. The question is whether those instructions are helping build your future or quietly destroying it. Be honest. What thoughts dominate your internal world daily? What emotional patterns repeat most often? Fear, doubt, resignation, or purpose? Faith, vision? Because whatever dominates repeatedly eventually becomes conditioning. Now listen carefully. You are not condemned to your current conditioning. The subconscious can be reprogrammed. Deliberately, patiently, consistently, one thought at a time, one emotional instruction at a time, one disciplined day at a time. Now let me tell you something powerful. The subconscious mind cannot easily distinguish between vividly imagined experiences and physical experiences. This is why visualization works. The emotionally imagined future becomes instruction. The subconscious begins adapting behavior toward that future automatically. Athletes use this. Leaders use this. Great achievers use this, whether consciously or unconsciously. Now let me challenge you directly. What instructions are you giving yourself daily? What identity are you reinforcing? What emotional environment dominates your inner world? Because your subconscious is listening constantly, and it believes repetition. Now let us close. I began tonight by introducing you to the most powerful servant in your life. The servant who never stops working, never stops listening, never stops obeying. And now you understand something most people never fully understand. You can choose the instructions. You can deliberately program your subconscious toward the life you want instead of allowing random conditioning to control your future unconsciously. This changes everything, because whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. But belief itself is subconscious conditioning, and the man who learns to condition his subconscious deliberately gains enormous power over his own destiny. Program your mind intentionally. Feed it vision instead of fear, faith instead of doubt, purpose instead of confusion, persistence instead of surrender, and watch what begins changing gradually inside you. Your thoughts, your behavior, your standards, your confidence, your opportunities, your entire direction. Because the subconscious mind always obeys. Give it the right instructions and let it build the future you were meant to create.